Hi, it's Rico and welcome to Brooklyn Cooking. Today we're going to fry a turkey and we're going to give you some safety rules, some do's and don'ts, but mostly don'ts. Rule number one, do not attempt this inside in the house or in an enclosed structure like the garage. Rule number two, you better know rule number one. Do not try this in the house and do not try it in an enclosed thing. Water and oil do not go together, so if on Thanksgiving morning it's raining, you have to let it go. That's life, and you throw it in the oven or your barbecue, and life's a bitch. We have our turkey here, and like I said, water and oil don't mix. You have to really dry this bird out. And the main thing is when you do the cavity, there's always some ice in there. Make sure all the ice is gone. Get paper towels. This I did actually 2 days ago. We wanted to do this last night, but the weather wasn't cooperating with 40, 50 mile an hour winds. We decided to go on the side of safety. So dry it off well. This is my fill line. How I determine the fill line is you put your turkey in the fryer and you cover it with water. You do that day before, hours before, and you mark it. Because you don't want to be just taking a guess on oil. You know, you're safe if you're light on oil, but if you put too much oil in, you're putting a big turkey in there, it's going to displace that oil, and you can have an overflow if you don't measure it. Today we're using peanut oil. This is a basic, almost a 5-gallon thing, and we use the whole thing. And we have some safety equipment. One is a fire extinguisher. Very good to have. Heat-resistant gloves. Also another good thing. You want to be sticking your hand in there to reach that out with a bare hand. And our third one, we're going to go with triple protection, is we have a pole. Basically, grab the turkey with that. We don't want to be sticking our hand in there. So we're going to grab the turkey. We're going to put the pole in it, 2 people on each side, and we're going to lower it in slowly. You don't want to drop it. It goes in very slowly. So right now we're just waiting for the oil to come up to temperature. You know, you can look at recipes. Some say fry at 350. Some say fry at 400. Some say start it at 250, bring it up to 350. Some say start it at 300, bring it up to 350. So we're going to wait for this to get to 300, and hopefully we'll bring it up to 350. And it should take quick, maybe 40 minutes this will be done. It probably takes longer to heat up the oil than it does to cook the turkey. So when we're up to temperature, we'll be back. All right, we're just about up to temperature. You want to put the bird in its holder. Good to get the paper up. And when you get in here, give the legs its freedom. And free the wings. And then we'll grab it. We have touchdown. The eagle has landed. In this case, the turkey. This is about 15 minutes in. Okay, I think it's soup. I shut the gas off. You can still see it's very hot. Take it out very slowly. Give it a little spin. Beautiful color. and we'll put it up here. And we'll take its temperature. Everybody's getting their temperature taken these days. Why not the turkey? So we'll start with the breast. 166. That seems good. We'll try the other side. 157. 168. Probably a little too well done for me. We'll try a thigh. Where's the thigh? That's a wing. Here's the thigh. Thigh's over 200. Thigh needs to be done. So I think it's soup. We're gonna let it rest, bring it up, bring it inside, and then we'll cut it up. All right, ready to carve, but before we carve, just a couple little notes. One safety notice, this is the first time I didn't wear an apron, and that was on purpose. You know, when you're playing around with the fryer, you don't want any loose clothing that could just plop into the oil. And the other thing is, you know, if you have a propane tank, you want to make sure you've got enough gas in there to finish the fry. You don't want to get halfway through and the thing goes boop, and you're done. Well, anyway, here it is. We're pretty. And the last thing is, don't trust recipes, especially with cooking time. You know, according to the charts, I should have cooked this bird for about an hour. It's a 16-pound bird. They say 3.5 pounds, 3.5 minutes per pound, so that comes out to about an hour. I pulled it at 40 minutes, and it's probably a little extra well done, but we're just going to cut this up a little. I'm going to try to do this so you can see. Like to. Now the good thing about fried turkey is you get great skin. The bad thing about fried turkey, you can't stuff it. So first thing I do is take out the legs and the wing. Give it a little break back. And we got that. Then what I'd like to do is just take the breast off. Or we cut in here, go around the bone. Resting over half an hour, it's still a little hot. And voila. We got a nice breast. Once it's off the bone, you can cut it nice and easy, nice and juicy. And we'll try a piece. Delicious. Now you notice I didn't give a recipe on this, because this was more about, I didn't want to just screw it all up and confuse you with a recipe. This was more about the safety of frying and to do it. This is an injector, so I just, you know, put what you want in there. I put some spices in there, some butter, some hot sauce, and some Worcestershire sauce. That was about it. You know, do what you like. You know, the thing, if you put spices in there, grind them up good, or because it has trouble getting through the thing. But that's it. Just, you know, this is really to fry it. You can fry it without anything, and you know, get yourself a good fryer. You know, don't get a cheap one. Get something that will, you know, mine could hold a 22-pound bird, and I've had this for, I don't know, 15 years. I don't use it that much. And it has other uses. You could do a crab boil in there, a fish boil, plenty of things. Happy Thanksgiving. Even though Cuomo says we can't have 10 people, the hell with Cuomo. And since the Giants are back in the playoffs, in the playoff hunt, because the NFC East is terrible, I got my Giant sweatshirt on today. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to our station. And arrivederci from Brooklyn, and happy Thanksgiving.